If any of you don't have executive assistants or at least a VA or something like that, there's a lot of things you're doing every day that you don't need to be doing that are important, but time, right? Like you gotta be building the next level of that skyscraper. So it's very helpful to have somebody who can assist you with anything and everything. Usually you can just call up your buddy's kid who's like kind of interested in internet marketing. They're like, hey dude, do you want to make $2,000 a month? It's like, yeah. And then they do it. Some people are more experienced, and of course you gotta pay them more. And you just have to figure out like what level of things are they gonna be doing, and then it's a good fit. So if you're not having some kind of executive assistant or VA, I think you're making a mistake if you're making more than like $100,000 a year. Because people don't understand the time, money trade-off, right? Like, you get to a certain point on your own where you're making good money and you're like, man, what do I do next? Like I'm kind of stuck. I feel like a bottleneck and I don't know what to do, but I don't want to hire somebody or I don't want to fire my lower paying clients because then I'll have less money. But like the time is so much more important. Like the stress that's lifted off of you when you don't have to do something that you hate, or when you get rid of a client who's just a pain in the butt, and then you level up, or maybe you spend more time to like create your offer, or whatever that next step is for you, having the time to do that is what's gonna help you excel. And if you're that good and you're making roughly 10K a month, I promise you, you're good enough where if you fire the client and whatever you're trying to do next doesn't work out, you can find more clients. So that's my opinion on like trying to scale and like level up is you have to take that risk, otherwise you're never gonna know. But there's probably a lot of little things you're doing and trying to set up to scale further. Maybe it's like you're replying to people, maybe there's little things in Zapier, maybe there's automations that need to be set up that are not cookie cutter, but you just like tweak the copy and then you give it to this person so they can set it up. Again, there's a lot of trust that's involved, so don't hire somebody who's never done this before, has no clue what they're doing, but those are a couple examples of things you could do. But yeah, to Oscar's point, you know, you don't need to hire one like ASAP if you don't have any like tasks, but as soon as you start to grow and do things in addition to writing your daily emails, then yeah, you're probably gonna need some help from somebody in order to scale ahead, yeah.
Even if you feel like you're not ready for a VA, that doesn't mean there aren't things in your life that aren't business related that are taking up valuable time. Hire someone to cut your grass, hire someone to buy your groceries, clean your house, like a babysitter if you need it.
Get a VA to mow your grass and watch your children. All right, one example. Can I borrow your notebook? Mm-hmm. Okay. So for this next week, take a notebook with you everywhere, and every time you do something, write down what you're doing and how long you spent doing it. Today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I brushed my teeth for 10 minutes. I took a shower for 20 minutes. I meditated for 30 minutes. I don't know what else people do in the morning these days with all the routines, but like write it down and like figure out how much time you're working, how much time you're meditating, how much time you're brushing your teeth, how much time you're doing laundry, how much time you spend with your kids. And do it without bias. Don't try to like avoid certain things, but just at the end of the week, do it for 1 week. You should hate the notebook by the end of the week because you got to bring it everywhere. And just look at how you spent your time and figure out what you need to delegate, because if you don't write it down, you will not notice.